What's up guys, Scotty here from the Blue Coconut family and welcome back to another City Skylines tutorial. Today we are going to be looking at one of our favourite topics, and it is the fresh water. So this is still something that lots of people struggle with and just want to know a couple of hints and tips with it. So I'm here to show you off. So this is my starter city. We can see we've got two areas of the city. We've got right in front of us, we have got the residential area, and over to the left we have got our industry area. So with these, we've got to consider a couple of things. Where is our nearest water supply? Now, with your first starting tile, that could either be a river that we have here in front of us, or it could be access to the ocean. But with both, there is another thing to consider, and that is the direction of water. Now, with a river, that's really easy to spot. You can see the flow of the water. We can see that on the river in front of us, it is flowing from right to left, which is fantastic, and that's something to keep in mind. But with an ocean, it may not be as easy to spot. But there is a simple way to do that, is if you come to your info views and you click on the water option, you can start to see the little arrows. We can see here, we can see clearly the arrows are flowing on a right to left basis. But in an ocean, you may have a little bit of onshore drift, but that's the thing to consider. And you want to keep that in mind of which direction is the current going. It is very important. So when you're placing your water, you want to keep it as upstream as possible. Now I know upstream technically doesn't apply to ocean, but you want to keep it in the upper side of the direction of flow. It's the kind of the key thing. So for us, we want to put it in this very corner up here, and there is a very good reason for that. So the reason is because quite often you have to place your sewage output lower. And so what you don't want to do is you do not want to place your sewage higher than your fresh water, otherwise your fresh water will be sucking in that raw sewage, and that is not a good option. When it comes to sucking in water, you do not have many options when it comes to the starter game. With the starter game, you really only have the water pumping station. For a little bit later on, for kind of your disconnect areas, you have the water towers. You've got a small water tower and you have a large water tower, which are very beneficial for your smaller disconnected communities where you do not want to place your water pipes from your connecting water out to it. Other than that, you really do not have much options. So you've got the water pumping station, which sucks in water from your water source in the river or your ocean. And you can see there, it pumps from these pipes here. And that is key to remember, it sucks from these pipes. Because if your water level ever drops and drops below where these pipes are sucking in, this will no longer be connected. Your water pumping stations require a couple of things. The first is electricity, and we can connect that via using the electricity grid and some connected pylons. Once you've placed that, it is then able to function. The next is you need to connect it to a water grid. Now, if you do not already have a water grid, you're going to have to create one. The way you create one is you come to your water tab, you then come to your water pipe, and you then build it towards where you need your water pipe. You'll see that around the water pipe there is a small little blue area. This is where your water grid is going to be reaching. So this is everything inside that blue area is the area that people will be able to get fresh water. So if you connect it down here, what you want to do is you want to cover your residential area clearly with water. What you want to avoid is doing something like that, where you then leave an area in the middle where there is no water, forcing you to have to spend some more money to fill it. So what I do recommend is just balancing out your water area nicely, just overlapping just enough to make that piping efficient so that you have got your water. You also want to be able to connect it to the rest of your city. Now you've got two options. You can either go directly across, and that would be fine, or you want to consider future expansions. So what I tend to do is I tend to roughly follow the road kind of structure, because that's where you're going to be building off anyway. This way you can easily connect what your new areas that you may build off your road from the water pipe underneath the road. Once you do that, same again, you just build up. Now we can see that there I have not done a good enough job because it is not connected up perfectly. But there we have connected all of it and it's working great. So we have now got water across our whole city. But they're moaning about another thing, but that's for another tutorial. With that being said, I hope this water tutorial has been very useful for you. If it has, remember hit that like button, subscribe, comment below. What options do you use? Do you have an ocean option? Do you have a river option? How do you use it? I want to hear. Put it in the comment section below. It'd be great to hear. So until next time, where we look at the sewage and we see how we do that, I want to wish you a very good day, and yeah, hit that like and subscribe.